I'm Miles Reeves. This is Bill Zayas. We're at Emerald Republic Brewery. Cheers. You want to tell me a little bit about yourself? I know most breweries encounter quite a lot of problems and different logistical things going on that make it tough to open a brewery, but you encountered quite a lot more than your average one. You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, so we opened our doors December 5th, 2019, and then shortly thereafter, 3 months, COVID shut down the globe. We were shut down throughout basically until September. We had one little tiny reopening space, but then we're promptly shut back down. Then the day the governor allowed bars and restaurants to reopen fully, Hurricane Sally was 50 miles off the coast of Pensacola, so we couldn't reopen. We got hit by Hurricane Sally, everywhere did. We lost all of our power to everything. So we lost the power to our coolers, so we had to rebrew. All of our beer went bad, everything spoiled in that 2 weeks without power. So we had to rebrew all of that after the storm, and then this past April 10th, 2021, we were hit by a microburst that tore off our roof from our facility, and we were pretty well destroyed, and we had to rebuild after that. That took us about 8 months to rebuild, and then we reopened our doors on December 1st of 2021, and have been, knock on wood, going strong. Okay, thus far. Yes.
Well, I've been back a few times. Everything seems fantastic. It's, I think whenever we were talking, you mentioned even building back a little better than what you had originally planned, just due to some of those setbacks. So
yeah, and we had taken that opportunity from the tornado that destroyed us to redo the look and feel of our facility. We knocked down some firewalls, installed a sprinkler system for fire. We HVAC the entire building now, expanded our outdoor area, added new furniture. Yeah, thank you. Added new furniture, new patios out there. And yeah, we just took that time to really kind of hone in on that and make it happen. So
well, you did a fantastic job. You can definitely tell a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it, because you can recognize a passion project when you see one. So Bill, why a brewery? What drew you to beer?
I'd always really loved cooking, and when I was young, with passion, mine kind of continued after adulthood. I've discovered homebrewing on my 27th birthday. My ex-wife had given me a homebrew kit, and I fired it up that day, and it felt like a different type of cooking, because basically that's exactly what it is. 3 months later, after having done my very first homebrew, I was working on a commercial floor of a commercial brewery. I was doing cellaring work, packaging tech, cleaning, doing everything like that. And then kind of continued on from there. Went to work for a distributor, then went to work for New Belgium, which moved me down here to Pensacola, which I love. And at some point I was just like, there's an opportunity for me to do my own thing and to really kind of put my mark out there. So that's exactly what I did.
Wonderful. Yeah, I love hearing stories about that. Pensacola is filled with stories of people visiting and then never leaving. It happened to myself, so I can understand.
Yep.
And so, what else about Pensacola's beer scene specifically kind of drew you in, to where you could provide something that was lacking, or something, that you wanted to contribute additionally?
Yeah, I think what contributing additionally into it was, one of the big goals that I had here. There's a lot of breweries around town. I think around 14 now in county. With some more in development, which is great. It's great for the beer community. It's great for the scene here.
Makes me happy.
Yeah, people here are learning, progressively more and more about what craft beer is and what good craft beer is. And I saw that opportunity to be part of that scene, and that's really what kind of drove me and inspired me to open up Emerald Republic.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
And then, as a brewer, what's your favorite beer to drink and to brew? Because I'm sure they may be the same answer, but I imagine there's a wide variety there.
So personally, I like a lot of simplistic beers. I think sometimes the simpler the better, because for me it really kind of shows the brewer's skill. A beer that just has basically 4 ingredients in it water, hops, yeast, and malt. I mean, if you mess it up in any kind of way, I mean, it's going to come through. So you can really kind of tell, brewer's skill and how well that beer is made just by having the most basic beers. So I do like lagers, a lot of German style beers. That's actually what we're sipping on now. It's a Hefeweizen.
Oh, nice.
And it's one of my favorite styles to brew. But I do like a lot of new age type stuff as well. New England IPAs, or every once in a while I'll have one of those. But you always get creative and crazy. We're actually just ordered supplies for a new beer that we're doing that's pretty well wild and out there. It's an imperial stout that has cinnamon, vanilla beans, Reese's Pieces, hazelnut, chocolate, pecans, maple syrup, what else? Bananas, and something else. So it's a Beaver Trail inspired beer.
Nice.
So from Canada. The beer is actually called Drake is Better Than Kanye.
Yeah.
Because his Drake's Canadian, and so we made a beer from a favorite food of Canadian beaver trails. So
Nice.
that's what we do. So you make those types of beers too, and that's kind of get really creative and crazy. But I typically just enjoy the very usual basic type stuff.
Nice. And didn't you just have a beer that won an award? Was it the Cherry Gozen?
Yeah, so we won the silver medal at the Florida Best Beer Competition.
Congrats.
Thanks. For our cherry sour with his Gozen. That is by far one of our most popular beers that we have here. And people love it in demand, so I'm glad it won.
Yeah, and I'm not a sour fan, and I tried it too, and it was very enjoyable. I was surprised because I'm like 0 for 1,000 on sours that I enjoyed prior to that.
Right. No,
very good
it's
beer.
different. It's a different type of sour.
Definitely. So I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yep.
If you had to think about your favorite thing about Pensacola, what comes to mind? What's kind of the essence of your Pensacola? Because something that I always talk to my clients about when you come visit there, they ask me, what do I need to see? And I was like, well, it kind of depends on you, because you have to find your version of Pensacola, what makes you happy here, and kind of integrate yourself into that community.
The one thing I do like or I love about Pensacola is that there's pretty much a lot to do for everything. I mean, there's really not. Like I moved here from Dallas, and Dallas we didn't have like a beach or even a lake scene or anything. We had to drive like 8 hours to get anywhere. Here in Pensacola, it's a 15-minute drive to the beach, across the bridge. If you like, sun in the sand, which is great. I mean, I do. If you want to, go out at nightlife, we have downtown Palafox. If you're more of a hiking person, there's nature trails everywhere, cliffs, Bela Park. So there's really not like one particular thing per se that I enjoy about Pensacola the best. It's just like basically a lot of everything.
A well-rounded city.
It is. It's a very well-rounded city, and it's growing. But there's really no lack of anything to do here. I mean, it has everything that a normal big city would have.
Yeah.
We're getting finer dining day by day. The restaurants are open.
Food is good.
Food is really good. Like I said, the beer scene's coming up. We got beaches, boardwalks, downtown nightlife. So I mean, there's really not much I can singly say that I like about it. It's just kind of a combination of everything altogether.
I can totally agree with that. Whenever people ask me, it's really, really tough to put my thumb on my absolute favorite thing.
Yep.
Really just kind of depends what mood of food
I'm in,
exactly. What restaurant I'm at
What
that time.
do you want to do tonight? So yeah.
For sure. So you've got a lot of stuff coming up. You want to tell me a little bit about what's on the horizon for Emerald Republic?
In the upcoming March, we would have metal yoga. So that's another thing that we'll have. So heavy metal yoga, which is a little bit different. Well,
they're adding different types of yogas and stuff, and I feel like it's a natural progression.
Then in April, we have our Frühling Fest, which is the traditional German time and spring festival. And then we just kind of roll into summer, throughout there. So we have a lot of events that are all available on our website. So if you go to emeraldrepublicbrewing.com, they're all published there. Yep, emeraldrepublicbrewing.com. And you'll see everything there on our Facebook page. We have all of our events published, our Instagram, everything's all there. So
Awesome. So we can find you on Facebook, we can find you on Instagram, got the website, and best of all, in person. Come see Phil, come say hey. And is there anything else you wanted to shout out?
No, you just come by and enjoy.
Yeah. Fantastic. Very simple. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Phil.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic day.